Rock and roll is more than just music, it's an experience and this incredible energy. Our music really is basically rhythm and blues. Our influences were the Stones, the Yardbirds, the Animals, some of the early Beatles. Aging isn't slowing down and stopping. It can be speeding up to be able to look at life in a way going, okay, I've done all this, now here's all this other stuff. All these things we want to do. We even have a song about that called Before I Die.
Seen the Grim Reaper more every day. Good folk, bad folk passing away. Sad to see they never achieved all the dreams that they believed. Well, I'm still here and I don't know why. Wanna be old before I die.
The current Sloths, in the form that we are in right now, was kind of another evolution from just getting the old guys back together again. The Sloths started when I was in high school, in the 10th grade. Considering the time, 1965, 1966, the Sunset Strip was thriving. All these kids were coming from all over greater Southern California.
The Sloths came about in an era when we were all wanting to be one thing, which was the Beatles.
We wanted to have a record like all the real bands. And these two brothers, the Jones brothers, they had this little label called Impression Records. And we went in there and they said, okay, let's hear what you got. And we took our stuff in and played it for them. And they said, we want to record you.
I want to do, baby, baby, making love to you.
Making Love was recorded. Nobody would play it. Nobody was interested in a group that was basically made up of 16-year-olds with a song called Making Love. So it disappeared.
That initial Sunset Strip scene, you know, the whole scene just kind of dried up.
You know, as we got to like 69, you know, all the rock heroes were dying. Jim Morrison, Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, I mean, and Charles Manson hit Los Angeles. Everything seemed like it soured.
Everybody went their separate ways. Some people went into different vocations entirely. I stayed in music. I played with the King Bees, with Hollywood Stars, Kim Fowley. I played a while with Rick James. I am a musician. I've been a musician for the last 50 years. I've been in the music business for my whole life.
Michael and I have been playing nonstop for all our lives, Pooch as well. I went through a steady succession of bands, came to Los Angeles in the mid-70s and met Michael, and then kind of lost touch for almost 30 years.
When one of the drummers we were using moved on, I called Ray up and had him come down. Tom liked him, and he's been with us 2.5 years now. Patrick DiPuccio, I've known him since the 80s, maybe late 70s. I mean, I played bass with him in this band called Blow Up for a while.
Yes, I'm the new member of the Sloths. I joined the band 2 years ago. The guys I play with are fantastic. Tommy keeps things very interesting.
Tom McLaughlin has a very theatrical background, so he's very much into performance. So he takes the band to a whole nother level. I call Tom the show.
None of us had been together in 48-something years, and we kind of pulled together who was still alive and started to just jam on Wednesday nights. About 6 or 8 months later, we decided, why don't we go do a show? So we went down to San Diego, figured that, hey, who's going to see us in San Diego? Well, we didn't count on cell phones and YouTube. So we were photographed and we were a hit that night.
So in the era of Facebook, you know, when you start reconnecting with people, you know, people find you online.
Much to our shock, it just took off. We've done over 150 shows. We've gone to Spain. We have an album. We have a music video. I mean, it's like a complete kind of reinvention for all of us in our lives. So now we're bringing ourselves back from the dead. All the songs on it really have that kind of power of what we used to be and now what we're feeling.
We're all kind of focused on just playing the music we like. And I think what's important is we are who we are. Right? We're not trying to be something else. And I think that keeps you young, certainly young at heart, if not in looks and spirit.
I love what I do. I don't think anybody should stop doing something if they love it.
Do what it is that makes you excited. Do whatever it is that you're passionate about. If you get joy out of doing that, that's the reward. That's what I'm getting out of this.
Going into rock and roll at this age, it's like, where do you see this going? I don't know. It just keeps going. And as long as it keeps going, I'm aboard.